Hello everyone and welcome back to the Paramount Story Wranglers Summer Writing Roundup. I cannot believe it's almost the end of July, which means it's almost the end of the summer, which means it's almost the end of the Writing Roundup, which means if you have not submitted a story yet, today would be a great day to do that. If you're new here, allow me to explain. The Summer Writing Roundup is your chance to have your story transformed from words on a page to an original YouTube performance by the Paramount Story Wranglers. It is always exciting, it's always fun, and it's always so gratifying to see your words come to life in an original video. So if you've seen a few of these videos and always wanted to submit but haven't yet, this is the week. We have an amazing theme for you. But before we get there, let's talk about last week's theme. Last week, we asked you to write a story about a kid who becomes president, and your stories were amazing. Some of you wrote about yourselves becoming president, which is totally cool, and you have my vote in the future. Some of you wrote about famous literary characters who became presidents, and some of you wrote about intergalactic 7,000-year-old aliens, which is still kid years and alien years, that become presidents. These stories were so much fun to read, and thank you to everyone who submitted. But I bet you're wondering which lucky story was chosen to be transformed into a video this week. Well, let's find out right now.
This story was written by Emmett at Baranoff Elementary, and it's called I Do Have the Votes. Once upon a time, there was a see-through, microscopic insect alien named Ginormous. He lived on his home planet of Europa. He was 7,002 years old, and in alien years, you don't mature until you're 20,000 years old. He wanted to make the first waterproof electronic on his planet. All the electronics on his planet didn't last long since his planet was made of dark water, and the warranties were crazy. But they don't have that kind of technology on Europa. He did some research, and 10 days later, he met with Sir Peter III II, the most brilliant scientist on his planet, and maybe in the whole universe. After talking to Sir Peter, he learned how to make a waterproof rocket, and he took it to Earth. When he landed on Earth, he landed right in the door of the White House. He was amazed at how large everything was. Zoom. He used his megaphone to shout at the trees, expecting them to talk back. But they didn't. Instead, creatures wearing clothes stared at him and then ran. He used his translator to speak to them and explain that he's just an alien. After several years working with the Insect Corporation, a company which works to get insects in positions of power, he ran for president as a Pemocrat. In his campaign speech, he forgot to use his translator, so he just sounded weird to them. They thought it was so funny, they voted for him. He became president of the United States of America, even though he's still working on his English. Good. He raised the budget of NASA so travel to his planet would be easier. The end.
What a fun and creative story. And a special thank you to Yamina Kwan who came up with that video. Thank you, Yamina. Now, let's reveal the mystery about what next week's writing prompt is. Oh, I kind of already did. It's mystery. I want you to write a story about a mystery. It could be the mystery of something really big or the mystery of something really small. Tell us what that mystery is, how your character solves that mystery, and how things are better off because of it. Mystery is one of my favorite genres to read, so I have no doubt that your stories are going to give me a lot of good reading in the coming weeks. To submit your story, go to austintheater.org/roundup. You can fill out our story form or just upload a PDF of your original story document. Also, if you never want to miss one of these videos, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/The Paramount Story Wranglers. And make sure to like us on Facebook at Paramount EDU ATX. Thank you so much in advance for all the stories you're going to write and submit. Like I said, I love mysteries, so I can't wait to read these ones. And that's all for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Have fun, keep writing, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye for now.